Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're born again, reviewing some action figures of Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, and Elektra from Marvel Legends. Before we begin, leave a like, hit subscribe, and comment below your favorite figure in this review. It really helps out the channel. Now let's get to it. The head sculpt for Daredevil is done really well. I love how short the horns are. They're so iconic, and the stubble and mouth are great too. The eyes are barely there, you can't really see them at all, and the head has a really nice sculpt with the ears as well over here, and that kind of texture is great over there. And the head can go back this far pretty much and forward really far very nicely. Also swivel all the way around as well as a nice little pivot. It's a really good head sculpt for Daredevil. The bodysuit's really cool. I love the amount of black and dark red. It's so nicely done. The armor is really neat, and that texturing again with the black is something special. He also has these really cool gauntlets, and this is shinier than this. Interestingly enough, I do like how it looks though, and again the textures are really on point with this, and the silver is really good too. And for articulation, we do get back this far, forward this far, nice crunch over here, missing stuff from the back and the front though, as well as a swivel over here for the waist, with an arm going up this far and down, no butterfly joint, all the way around with a swivel over here, as well as a double jointed pin tack elbow, as well as a swivel and then hinge up and down, the same on the other side but mirrored. The legs are pretty nice too, looking really great except for this dumb thing back here, but I do like the black and red. It looks awesome, and there's a holster here too for his baton. And we get out this far nicely, in, up pretty okay, back all right, all the way back is fair at least, with a swivel over here that breaks the sculpt, as well as a swivel down at the boot and a down and then a up with a pivot and pickles upon the feet. For accessories, he comes with a pair of batons that he can wield, and they look really cool. I like the paint on them. They fit really nicely in his hands. And you can also combine them as a single baton. It's a really cool feature. I love it. And when you want to holster them, just place them in here. It's a pretty tight fit, but it's snug and works out really well. But he wouldn't be the son of Battling Jack Murdock without these fists. They look really nice. It's basically the same as the other hands, except closed, and you can swivel as well as hinge. They're great. Fight on. Daredevil stands at about 6 inches taller, so next to Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, as well as Matt Murdock, the lawyer. A really good lawyer. They look pretty much in scale, but I wish that Kingpin was a little bit bigger and heftier. That would be awesome. Jon Bernthal's likeness is captured really nicely in this Punisher, and it works out pretty well. I feel like the stubble, though, creeps everywhere around the face, is kind of distracting also, especially on the back. The face looks nice. He has that worried expression, a couple scars on his nose, and it looks like his face is covered in gunpowder, and at the top of his head looks nice with the hair, and the back is pretty okay too with that cut. And for articulation, we do get a swivel all the way around as well as back this far, pretty much forward this far, pretty much better than Daredevil, surprisingly, with a little bit of pivot. It's a good head sculpt. The body looks pretty nice here. The trench coat is pretty awesome as well, and the arms are done nicely with it. I think we've seen them before though, and the skull is awesome. Yo, amazing. He comes with a pair of trigger finger hands that are really nice, and not much else, although I do think this jacket is really cool. I'd love to see it used on other figures. It's so nicely done. It's very simple too with the sculpt. And we do get a swivel up here and back and forth and side to side too, but it messes up the skull. You get a swivel over here as well. It's pretty good. And up this far and down and all the way around. You get a swivel up here as well as a single jointed elbow. Boo! With a swivel as well over that. Swivel over here, down, and then up, and the same on the other side, but mirrored. We've seen this army combat fatigue thing too many times to count, so I'm not going to go over it too much. It's just a bland kind of black that's pretty nice, I guess, without much of that thing on the back. That's good. Oh wait, no, there it is, but it is covered by the coat, so that's a plus. And we do get out pretty far. The coat doesn't really mess it up, and in and then up pretty okay, and then back is all the way back pretty fine, I guess. It's actually really nice, I gotta say. With a swivel over here, as well as a no swivel down here. That's a bummer. And down, and then up, and then a pivot with two pegos upon the feet with really nice treads. He comes with a pistol over here. It's in silver. I think we've seen this before. It's pretty nice, though, and very realistic, and fits well in his hand. There's no storage for it, though. Kind of bummer, but he's toting anyways. And when that doesn't work, he has this larger weapon that we've seen before. It's pretty cool and fits nicely in the hand. Is a scope too, and is pretty nice from both sides at least. No barrel though, what a shame. But with two hands and no holsters, he's just packing the heat here, holding the stuff. It's pretty good. Punisher stands at about 6 5 3/4 inches tall or so, next to Wilson Fisk Kingpin and Matt Murdock the Lawyer. They look really nice together, actually. Pretty cool. And here is Punisher next to Daredevil and Spider-Man. He's appropriately sized, larger than these two. He's pretty great, and so are these two. And Spider-Man, someday. Someday. But someday can be closer than you think. Right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Jessica Jones is a great face sculpt over here. I like how it looks. It really captures the dead-eyed, bored look of not only her, but also the action figure, at least. Pretty interesting. The hair is done very nice. I really like how this is. It's all kind of unkempt and messy, like her character, and we do get a swivel over here as well as up and down. Pretty nice with some good pivot. It's a nice head sculpt. I love it. This body is wonderful. It can be used for a multitude of characters as well. I like how the jeans look too. The shirt is nice as well. The jacket is pretty cool also. And the fists are gloved with no fingers. It's great. And we get a swivel up here as well as back and forth and all the way around, with up this far and down and all the way around, with a swivel over here as well as a single joint elbow. Boo. Swivel over here. Up and down as well as other side, but mirrored. And the wash on the jeans is great. You can see the fade marks everywhere and even this dumb thing, but it looks really nice and it's super well washed and colored. And the boots are pretty cool, even though the overlay pops up. Just pop it back down and you're pretty good. And I like the little stitchings on the side, and the attention to detail with these legs is stellar. I love how it looks, especially for this year of Marvel Legends. It's great. And for articulation, you get out this far, really nice, and then in and up this far pretty much, and back all the way back is pretty solid as well, with a swivel up here and a no swivel down here. You get a pivot though as well as down and then up, and then two pickles above the feet. My copy has this weird scar on her neck. Let's fix that. As far as kit bashing goes, the Star Wars Black Series Jyn Erso figure has this scarf, and it works out really great for Jessica Jones. So yeah, go nuts. It's really cool. I wish it was gray though. That'd be great. Jessica Jones stands at about 5 3/4 inches tall or so, next to the Wilson Fisk Kingpin and Matt Murdock the Lawyer. They look really nice together and wouldn't be out of place in a cityscape. They're just normal people, right? And here she is next to Daredevil and Punisher. They look really nice together, and it's super awesome to see some of the Defenders in action figure form all together. It's great. Elektra Nachios, or as I used to say with my friends, Electric Nachos, is a pretty fun character. The head sculpt is really nicely done, as well as the hair, and the face looks great too to the actress. Well done. A little bit of blush on the cheeks. The eyes look very dead inside and kind of scary, befitting the character, and the lips look nice too, and the nose. The hair is really great, as I said before. It's tied back and flowing in the wind. It's wonderful. I like it a lot. And we do get a swivel left and right and all the way around, as well as up really far. Very nice. Down pretty far. And we do get a nice pivot for this. It's a wonderful head sculpt and really faithful. Good job, Hasbro. The body looks pretty nice, almost like a gi in a way. We get this low cut top over here with red on the inside, looking pretty nice, and on the back it's pretty good too. I think the same mold as Jessica Jones. Kind of a bummer, but it's pretty good. But man, the arms are huge, almost like Popeye. Everyone kept saying that when this figure came out, and it's still true now. Look at these giant things. Oh my goodness, what the heck? And she has her hands posed in a cool like key pose, as well as a holding pose, and we get some nice paint on there too. It looks great with the red and black. And we get back pretty far, forward pretty far, all the way around over here, with an up this far and down and all the way around, as well as an up this far. Flex those muscles, swivel over here, and then up and down, and the same on the other side, but mirrored. And the legs are ripped wholesale from Jessica Jones, with none of the good hallmarks of that. Even this stupid thing tags along, but yeah, none of the wash. That's really weird and kind of dumb, honestly. And the feet are pretty much the exact same. Yeah, this is just Jessica Jones pants, but worse. Ew. The same articulation applies, but yeah, it's just really lazy of them to reuse this. It's kind of a bummer too. Two characters in the same wave. Who'da thunk? It's eh. She comes with two sai, sword, knife things. They're great. I love how they look. Very pokey, very pointy, and pretty deadly. They fit really nice in her hands too. It's great. And if I'm correct in how this works, she holds this in between her fingers, and it looks really cool, honestly. Great for, like, you know, just stabbing over here. It's wonderful. And she comes with a masked face that was all the rage back in 2020. The hair is pretty much the same sculpt as well as the paint, and the eyes are pretty good too. And the mask, aside from some little flanging and fringes down here, looks really nice also. It's a pretty good mask and has some nice sculpting in on that to indicate it's cloth. Very well done. And we also get some swivel over here all the way around, as well as back pretty far, as well as forward pretty far, with a nice pivot over here and a little bit of swivel. It's wonderful. Great head sculpt that works really well with this. All hides it nicely. Elektra stands at about 5 3/4 inches tall or so, next to Wilson Fisk Kingpin and Matt Murdock Lawyer. They look great together and are pretty cool. Here she is next to Daredevil and Punisher, and man, Punisher is probably way too tall, honestly, I'm thinking right now, but yeah, these two look great together. At least that's pretty cool. And here she is next to Jessica Jones and Spider-Man. They look pretty nice together and are actually pretty much the same height. It's kind of weird. And while I think these two would be a great pairing, at least it'd be pretty fun, I just don't care for Elektra much as a character. She annoyed me a lot and took away from the Punisher plot in the show, so yeah, bye-bye. Overall, Born Again. Daredevil is an excellent figure, and I really hope they don't change anything with this suit except for some minor articulation and give him an unmasked head sculpt. Otherwise, he's basically perfect. Punisher is a great figure as well. He's a bit too tall, and if they re-release him, give him that bearded head sculpt from the new season, as well as a few more weapons and maybe some alternate hands. That'd be great. Jessica Jones is awesome as well. Again, don't change anything about her. If you re-release her, give her a scarf though. That'd be a great idea. Even use the same sculpt. Go nuts, Hasbro. Make this great. And Elektra is just too samey to Jessica Jones. Give her a different outfit, a little bit pizzazz, and please give her skinnier arms. She's in Popeye. Come on, Hasbro. Otherwise, it's all pretty good. So if you're a fan of Marvel Legends, The Defenders, or the new Disney Plus Daredevil Born Again show, then what are you waiting for? These figures are all great. Get them. But I would highly recommend maybe waiting on the next season or further down the line where they might release these figures or re-release them in a multi-pack. That would be amazing. But make no mistake, I can't wait to see the Man Without Fear back in action on Disney Plus. So which figure here is your favorite? Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, or Elektra? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.